Hey guys, what is up? Spectr here with some more casual Friday. I'm just playing a quick game of Rocket League on season mode just because I mostly want to talk while I play this and I don't want to do anything else. Or be focusing on anything else rather. But I'm a little miffed at the announcement that came out today from Bethesda basically giving their reaction to Sony's decision on mods for PlayStation 4, and that's for titles like Fallout 4, which has been out for a very long time already, having promised us mods a long time ago where PC already has them, Xbox One already has them, and, you know, we don't have them on PlayStation, which is a huge reason why I don't even play Fallout anymore. I got a little bored after Nuka World, and I've just been waiting, and apparently that wait isn't going to end anytime soon, if ever, because Sony says that we can't have them in the way that Bethesda wants to implement them on PlayStation. And that does not only include Fallout, but it includes Skyrim Remastered, which is something I was hugely excited for, simply because you know, you can, a lot of people are going to say, just go mod Skyrim, the Skyrim you have right now. Like, yeah, fine, I get it, cool. Which I can do, but I want to play on console. My first Elder Scrolls game, which was Morrowind, I played on console. I played it on the original Xbox, because I can't say Xbox One, because, on the original Xbox, and it was a great experience, and I just like playing that on console. I don't want to play it on PC anymore. So, because I have played it on PC before, and I modded it, you know, to hell, but it just, I was excited to play it on a, you know, current-gen console, upgraded graphics, you know, console-wise, and just on an easier platform, you know, than playing on, I could play on my couch. And that's not going to be the case, simply because Sony says no. They didn't really elaborate on the reasons why in Bethesda's statement. Some of the reasons that I've heard around the internet is that it's a security concern that Sony has, that getting access to certain file systems when you're modding things can give people access to file systems that Sony doesn't want us to access. Which, fine, it's a legitimate concern, but I feel like if your system is easier to exploit, you should be fixing that rather than punishing your fan base or your customer base. You know, that's just my opinion. Now, I don't know, now I'm saying go make it harder for people to mess with, but I don't really, admittedly, know the ins and outs of what they would even have to do to make that system more secure. So, I mean, I'm giving a suggestion that I admittedly don't have the information to back up, but I'm just extremely annoyed at this stance that Sony's kind of taking on this, and I can't believe that, you know, at the start of PlayStation 4's lifespan, they were making all the right choices. I mean, last generation, I only had an Xbox 360 in my house. I did not have a PlayStation 3, and I didn't regret it at all. I'm not like some loyal fanboy who just wants to buy a product from one company. I'm up for whoever's giving me the best deal, giving me the best games at a good price, and that was Sony this generation. I'm really not a fan of the One in any of its forms, simply because I didn't like the runaround that consumers were given when that system was introduced. The whole, you have to always be online, and then they backpedaled. You have to always have your Kinect connected, and then they backpedaled. The whole, you can't share games. Like, I was just like, screw this, I'm just getting a PlayStation. It's cheaper. It's giving me a better deal at first. When you couple this move with things like raising the price for PlayStation Plus, with things like charging people extra to have PlayStation Now, which nobody uses that I know. I'm assuming not many people use it, but I'm not just going to make that assumption off the fact that I don't know many people who use it. But just, they're making like these small choices that are kind of snowballing into reasons for people to buy an Xbox One. Especially with the holiday season coming up, with games like Skyrim coming out for the holiday season, and, you know, great bundles and deals coming from Xbox. That new Xbox, as much as I don't like the One, and I don't like the choices they made, and I really wish we could just go back to the Xbox 360, because that was an amazing console, I got to admit, it's a sexy console and it's a good deal, especially with a lot of the things that Microsoft has been fixing about, you know, a lot of gripes that people had with the Xbox One. So when you pair all those things together, I feel like they're setting up Xbox to have a great holiday season and to screw themselves over. And I just don't get it, you know? I could already see people in GameStop, people at Best Buy, buying consoles for their loved ones and saying, okay, what game should I get? And them saying Skyrim or something like that. And then saying, oh, but on this console, you can mod it, which means that, you know, your child or your, you know, whatever can get more playtime out of it. And they're going to say, oh, great, I'll take that one. You know, it's an important feature that I don't think Sony understands the importance of, because if you can promote, you know, modding on console, you know, that doesn't just open the door for these games, for Fallout and for Skyrim. That's going to encourage that maybe, you know, in other titles, and I think that's a great thing. It just seems like such a missed opportunity, and it's really giving me pause and making me consider buying an Xbox One, you know, maybe when they go on sale in November or something like that, but I'm really heavily considering it, which I didn't think I would. From you know, my original decision, I love living in New York City, that's why you hear sirens. I had originally said I will not have an Xbox One in my house at all, ever, because of the choices that they were making. But I have to say, this is ridiculous, that they would make this decision. And if this is like the end all of the conversation, if this is the final decision, no, we will not have mods on our console, I'm gonna have to buy an Xbox, because it's cheaper than upgrading my PC. I have an Alienware, and things are pricey. Those things are pricey, and I rather spend half of that on a console that I know things will work on it. I know, you know, basically what I'm getting. Jesus, and it's a sure thing, and it's cheaper. But I just think that's really sad that they've made this decision. I don't know. I'm miffed. I am not a happy camper about this whatsoever. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Are you no longer buying some of these titles for console because of this decision? Are you maybe considering another console because of this decision, or do you not give a shit? Let me know. I'm miffed. It really, really annoys me, because I was really excited at the Bethesda conference for, you know, E3 this past year. I was waiting on that Skyrim announcement, and when, you know, when I knew it was coming, I remember I was texting my cousin, and I was like, it's coming, he's about to say it, he's gonna say it, and he said it. And I was so happy, and now this kind of squashes all of that happiness, because there's not a lot of new content for me there then, because I remember almost every quest in Skyrim. I've beaten that game multiple times. I've made multiple characters. I've had it on PC, I still do, and it's modded, you know, out the ass with a bunch of different mods, and it's great. But having it on my console would just make things easier in a few different ways, and now I'm just not excited. I don't want to play vanilla Skyrim again, you know? Let's all face it, vanilla Skyrim is not... It's a good game, but it's not their best, and it's not as fun as having mods on it, you know, which is something I don't think they want to admit, but mods makes everything a lot more fun in that game. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry I only had one video this week. I usually try to have 2 or 3, but the holiday weekend that I had was not relaxing at all. It was very stressful, and it threw me off for the whole week. So next week I will be back to my normal 2 to 3 videos, and yeah, stay tuned for that. I also have a few recent articles that I've thrown up for one of the sites that I write for, and I'll link them down below. Make sure to check those out if you like, you know, some written content too. I don't know if anybody likes reading articles anymore, but I still write them, so give those a look if you get a chance. It's very much appreciated. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.